High School Boys Volleyball Team, episode number 2. I'll be watching it from Funimation's website, and I'll be starting my reaction in 1-0, go. Alright. I'm pumped up for some volleyball greatness. I always love how the Too Many Animation logo always changed it up over the years, because it used to be a girl with the chair, and then it used to be something different before that. Just a lot of variety. But the thing is, though, even though... That is actually a good point. Yori was just defending himself. True, I mean, they gotta stay healthy for their matches. At the same time, our boy doesn't have to listen to Yori, though. That may be the case, but it's not like he intended for one of his teammates to injure himself or try to harm himself. Well, that's the thing. Yeah, you could argue that he might have been the indirect cause of that, because that individual in school may have wanted to harm himself, but just because that's the case doesn't mean we can straight up blame him for that. I'm just saying. I mean, yeah, in life it's easy to try to pick someone to be like, oh man, this happened because it's their fault, and not own up to like any sense of responsibility, but that's just taking the immature route. But then unfortunately in life, well, there are people like that. And Yori's one of them. But hey, you know what? I can't wait to see where it's going to go with this. Shows you that the series is ambitious, because aside from having a sports element, it's going to have a nice drama element behind it too. And plus, you know what? I actually like this, because we're going to see the boys struggle through adversity that they're going to have to work through eventually. They're not just going to be able to succeed. And I like this. I always like it whenever characters are challenged. And especially Chica. I wouldn't mind if it leads to an arc where Chica realizes that he shouldn't be such a hard ass anymore. And he becomes at least a bit more self-aware. Oh, damn. I wonder if their school's gonna go up against Chica's former school eventually, though. Feels like that might actually happen. This is how he tactfully dodges the question by just tactfully ending the conversation. Hey, you never know, so you might as well still send the invite regardless. Because you never know, just because someone seems like they're not going to join something doesn't mean they're not going to join. I'm not going to blame Hanjima for being pissed, though. Considering what went down. I just like how when it comes to Google, they only just change one letter, that's it. But hey, it's simple and it works. And it doesn't make sense. You're not going to want to give free advertising revenue to a company that's not going to give you any money. It'll just feel like pointless ad product placement. Okay, that's a big shocker. I thought at the very least Hajima would be trying to practice volleyball by himself, at the very least. Hey, no use in them bitching out now. If they ask for that many days, they're going to have to go for it. Can't dodge him anymore now. I mean, hey, why not? He did say that even if they train, there's a chance they're not going to even stack up to the best of the best when it comes to competition. Yes, he's finally going a pair of guts. Good, good, good. Yes! He's becoming assertive now. Hopefully Hajima sees through reason. He's like, alright. Yodi's like, oh. Alright, now that's a good ball right there. Hell yeah. And plus, even if it is true, it's not like Kimi Ichika intended for the person to suffer in the previous middle school. Now, that's the stuff right there. And that's what makes him, in a way, pretty darn badass. Well, yes, he doesn't have the volleyball skills to back it up. He's got a well-meaning heart at the very least. And I think that's what matters the most. That's it now. Those are the smiles I'm looking for. Yeesh. That looked pretty nasty though, especially like the noise it made. By other athletes, their bodies are tough. For Seiin, he was making the blushing face as if he tried to like confess to someone. That's cute though in its own way. Damn! He's picking up on those tricks he was practicing on in episode 1. I actually like how we're finally seeing the... Oh! Gotta be careful there! Yeah, but he's the one running though. I mean, technically you're not allowed to run in school, so I cannot take the side of Uni's sister, cousin though. Yeah, but then the way she's saying it though does sound like a mix of sarcasm though. Oh, that. I mean, Shika did say that it keeps on growing though. But I'll be completely self-conscious. Oh yeah, true, because as you become bigger, your knees are under more strain the more you jump. Oh, okay, never mind. That was because of the constant growth. Because some athletes do go through a lot more pain as they grow. Just really depends on the biological makeup of their bodies. Yeah, but it's not exactly what you want to tell your club though, or the people you're advising to try to motivate them though. But hey, I like that honesty. Oh. Hell yeah. That's the spirit. I just love how he's now Simon Hamajima. But hey, that's some character development right there. He's becoming optimistic. He has that sense of confidence he never really had in other people before. That's growth right there. Should have liked those cutesy little designs right there showing you the positioning in the volleyball court, at least from one side of the net. Damn! Yo, and he takes no prisoners. And like I even see the cousin there act as emotional support, even though she isn't affecting the narrative too much directly. Just seeing her do stuff like that, like tease her cousin and then even watch his matches, is actually pretty cute. I mean, he's a beast. Yes! And I love that comfort little smile from Kanjima too. The only thing I'm worried about is since they've only got 8 players on the roster, I'm scared what's going to happen if one of the players get injured though, because they're not going to have a lot of depth. Because sports, they can be cruel sometimes when it comes to injuries and all that. Good. That is some nice scouting too. I mean, regardless, I think the rest of the team should watch the match though. Because there ain't anything better than watching a team play in person. So that you can see their tendencies, their chemistry on court. Yeah, that's gold. I mean, Ajima did work for it though. Can't blame him for getting a lot of the glory. That's just the way things are for now. Now they're gonna jinx themselves. And then thinking that there's gonna be some kind of wrinkle. Or not. Oh yeah, he hasn't played a lot of matches back to back. That and pressure. Yeah, that's true. It's actually the first of it because it's the first few official games. Yeah, Kuroba may be more talented than the other players, but just because you're talented doesn't mean that you're going to be able to step it up to the plate, at least not in the first few instances. Okay, now it's getting a little bit scary now. Well, now that answers the question. He does get nervous. Oh man, some people are on board that way. For the ones that are nervous, though, you're just gonna have to work at it and be set up in those tough situations if you're gonna want to succeed. He's also gonna have to learn to adapt too to what the opponent's doing. I mean, he's predictable. Oh, okay, that's pretty smart. And that's for all sports too, where you have some of the best players double or even triple coverage. And that applies to sports like basketball, football, NFL football. No, it's definitely not that. It's a mental and emotional fatigue that he's going through. The thing is that Hanajima can't just say that to Uni. That's something Uni's gonna have to figure out on his own. Yeah, it can't hold his hand. Damn. Talent. Just straight up talent at that point. Oh. And that's some of the things that our boy Uni needs to pick up on if he wants to succeed and become a super elite volleyball player. He's got to do that. He's got to. The thing is, the Hanajima's not going to be able to win the finals match playing like that. Well, he's been playing in the professional, well, not in professional, but he's playing in matches. And that's the thing, all the others don't have that kind of experience. Oh, you can really tell how much the cousin's trying. That's fucking cute and heartwarming right there. He better participate in the finals match. He fucking better. What the? Oh, fuck. Oh, okay. I thought it was something more serious. Aww. But you know what's the thought that counts? Seeing her put in that much effort for her cuz. Yeah, it's gonna. Aw, I actually love our priorities are completely straight there. Well, he can make it as if he drive like a maniac. He needs a slap. Now slap him! Oh, nah, okay, I guess I'm gonna be. I was thinking we get a motivational slap. I'm so used to seeing motivational slaps in anime, but hey, this works too. Mm. Okay, now that is on some weak sauce status. As long as he stops doing that, then things will get better. But if he keeps on doing that, it's going to be extremely toxic. Honestly, he was probably just trying to exert a lot of frustrating energies out of his body. That's probably what he was doing. It is wild youth we're talking about. Youngians have a tendency of doing crazy things. So I'm not going to blame him one bit. But at the same time, though, he does deserve some responsibility, though, because it's a team sport. You got everyone on this team putting in the effort. Everyone. And Kanajima, his other teammates. He at least owes it to them to show up on the court. Not to be like, oh yeah, it's the finals match, I'm just not going to play. No, he owes it to them. Say for, of course, something bad happening to a family member or anything of that nature. He needs to lace them up. Needs to, you know? But that's just my opinion, though. But hey, you know what? Overall, I do like seeing this emotional weakness though from our main pro tag. I think it makes Uni exponentially more interesting, especially considering the fact that yeah, he's fallen into the same traps as to some of the former teammates of Anajima. So that's what I think makes this episode really darn interesting from a narrative standpoint now. We're getting character digression. And that's something I love. Most animes, when they portray that, it's kind of aggravating. Here, they portray it realistically. So, oh. Damn! Well, Mayhem Jima was, like, drained. Yeah, it's a team sport. I'm surprised it took him. Okay, at least Hanjima is realizing what he did was going to take people aback. Aww. I'm surprised it took him that long to realize. But then again, he is a youngin, though. Aww. Oh, yeah, that sounds really gruesome. Oh, dang. I mean, yeah, I could see why he'd be pissed. Got injured, he feels betrayed. And yeah, then the gossip, too. Yeah. I mean, he had absolute faith in Uni. In the end, Uni didn't. He might have. He only thing he can do is try to like fix things, but it's gonna be a tough. It's gonna be a tough round in doing that. Yeah, but the thing is, you could tell by all the sweat that was physically taxing. There's no way he was gonna be able to do it every match. Hopefully, though, he expresses that sooner rather than later, though, because Hajima, even though, yes, he is well meaning, he does seem like the stubborn like a mule type, so he's going to have to definitely emphasize it to him multiple times. But no, all jokes aside, though, well, yes, Uni did fall into a lot of obvious mistakes, like gossiping, not showing up for the finals match. For Pete's sake, it's just one match, boy. Well, yes, there were some mistakes that he made. I mean, youthful people, they're young. They get taken aback by their emotions. They're not going to be perfect. There are going to be times where they fuck up. Like Uni fucked up at the end. But hey, you know what? It's realistic. Youngins do fuck up like that. And the only thing he can really do about this is just try to make it. I mean, he's not going to truly make up for it, but just try to. Like, practice more volleyball and show off that he truly does care and that he was just an emotional funk. That's the only thing he can really do when it comes to trying to patch things up with someone as hardcore as Hajima. Because I don't even think there's any other way he can go about it. But no, on top of that, you know what else I loved about this episode too? I do love the fact that for this one specifically, there was a lot of character digression. Especially with like Uni, where because with Uni it was like, all right, yeah, things are seemingly going up. Nope, it been crashing down. And then with Hajima, he looked positive. He looked like things were going to be peachy fine. He was even confident that eventually our ball was going to show up. And then just to see his disappointed face and his look of disgust, I was like, damn. That look he gave towards our boy looked like it probably hurt more than, hell, looked like it hurt more than any punch. And that's something I really dig about this series. It's gutsy, it's ballsy. That's why I gotta give it absolute praise for being this engaging. And another thing I love too about this, I do love how it doesn't even have unnecessary drama, because it could have had like some interesting drama. It could have had some like dragged out drama with Yori, but no, it doesn't do that. It doesn't fall into some of the trappings that some animes fall into when it adds unnecessary edge. Not to say I hate edge, but there are some instances where the edge isn't necessary, and I do like that, where he even asserts at the start of the episode that he wasn't going to let himself be influenced by Yori. So there was some nice bits of growth. It wasn't just character digression. And that's what I loved about this episode. I just thought overall it was a nice balancing act from a narrative standpoint. And you know what? It'd have felt cheap. If they would have won this first tournament from the get-go, I'd have been like, yeah, it'd have been cool, but it would feel unrealistic considering that a lot of these boys didn't really participate in matches. And I do like how it shows you the psychological pressure in sports too, where even though, yes, it's a quote-unquote sport with no lives on the line, you do gotta consider at the end of the day, expectations, they're heavy on the shoulders. And you need someone with big, broad, figurative shoulders, of course, to carry those expectations. There's really not much you can do. And that's something I like about this series, that it's delving into the psychological means of sports. And I think that's what gives it so much gravitas in comparison to at least most of the sports animes that air in other anime seasons. And another thing I actually liked going for, I like how it's even dealing with rough themes of injuries too, because just seeing our boy's finger dislocated like that, I'm like, oh no. But in a good way. So that's why this episode, I gotta give it a high score of an 8.75 out of 10. I actually liked it more than episode 1. Had some nice drama. It was intense. And I'm definitely excited to see what episode 2 is gonna bring to the table. I mean, episode 3, what am I saying? But anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on the episode. I would actually love to hear your thoughts and how you feel about my reaction in the comment section below. Oh, and thank you very much, Extra Dick. Always try to go with some nice clothing styles before reactions. And yeah, gotta say, this episode was definitely fun. And this series keeps on getting better. And if it's already this good in episode 2, I cannot wait to see what episode 3 is gonna bring. Faux show. But before I go, do you have any questions, Extra Thick? Real quick, do you have any questions? Because I can answer one question per person, or right before I eat breakfast. I'm going to eat breakfast and then I'm going to react to The Promised Neverland, because I'm hungry right now and I only slept like 2 hours today, actually, to get the redo of Healer, the Pui Pui Molcar, and the Razor reactions out. So do you have any questions, Extra Thick? Or anyone else? I can answer them real quick. And if there's no questions, then y'all can save them for the next video too. Say you guys think of like a question later on, and I can answer them in a future video, of course. I have no issues with that. You know? Oh, okay. But anyways, though, thank you so much for commenting in the live chat, though, Extra Thick. And good news. Today's been going great. Pui Pui Molokar has got 66 views. Redo of Healer is 141 views. Yeah, definitely looking like Redo Healer is going to be a keeper for sure. I'll be reacting to the second episode's uncensored version for sure. I'm going to definitely do that. I'm pumped up. I'll still keep tabs on the uncut version, though. I'll see what people think about the uncut version. And I'll watch the uncut version. If it does come out on the 18th, I'll watch it. But I'll for sure react to the uncensored version, though. Definitely. Yeah, because Radio Feeler, I loved it. But, yeah. But anyways, thank you very much, Extra Dick, and everyone else for watching my video. Hope you'll have a great, safe, and fantastic day. And yes, I'll be watching... Oh, snap. Yo. Okay. If the uncut version adds like 7 minutes of extra content, I might actually be tempted to watch that the day it comes out. Like, no joke. But anyways, right before I go, I'd like to say thank you very much to Extra Dick for the information, and for everyone else, thank you very much. Hope you all have a great, safe, and fantastic day, and I'll see you guys later if you come back for more. Bye-bye, everyone.